Yes, Carter.
How was it episode 3? No.
How was it episode 3?
Yeah,
The third one. Oh, wow, that looks okay.
Get on with it.
It didn't look like that on my computer, but
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to talk about proxemics tonight, and you're all like, what? It sounds like a long word that I don't know about. And so, but the thing about it is, if you could switch slides here, I want you to get ready for the most, like, mind-blowing thing that you've, like, ever thought about. It is, like, proxemics is so deeply subconscious. It is as deep can get. It is ridiculous. It is...
You're gonna blow our mind?
Pretty much. It's something that everybody knows about it, everybody does it, but not everyone explicitly. Yeah, something kind of like breathing. So if I could get a volunteer here, let's see. It's looking like that guy right there with the long hair. You could come up here real quick. All right. Now let's say that me and this fine youngster, what's your name, sir? Trenton, nice to meet you. All right. So let's say that me and Trenton are in a conversation, right? You know, what if I were just to talk to him, just like right here? That would be like, hey, Trenton, how's it going?
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward. Why is that awkward? You're really close. Why'd you take a step back right there? I didn't. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You just stepped back. So, but let's say that me and Trenton were trying to have a conversation. Just, I'll take the mic away real quick. So let's say that me and Trenton are trying to. Hey, Trenton, how's it going?
What?
How's the wife and kids?
Good. Good.
See, that's kind of awkward because we're too far away. You see. So it's something that. Thank you. Let's give him a hand here. Woo! So it's something that everybody, you already know about it, but you just don't think about it. So, with that said, next slide. All right. So we got this guy here, and we got the other guy there. And can someone raise their hand and tell me what's the problem with this picture?
They're a little close.
Raise it.
Raise your hand.
Caleb.
Yeah. He's kind of close. He's like towering over him.
But what's the problem with that?
It's intimidating.
Can't show me?
He's being overpowering.
Yeah, he's like in his space, dude. What's up with that? So, it's something that, again, just trying to emphasize this point. It's something that everybody knows about, but you just don't know about it. Does that make sense? All right, next slide. So, we got, what is it, It's, proxemics is the study of how humans claim and share space, basically. So, there are 4 subcategories to this. This is, there's public space, which is like what we're doing right now. I'm a speaker and I'm speaking publicly to all of you. Social space is like, those little circles at school where like you talk to your friends and yeah, Carter knows what I'm talking about. And then personal space is like when you're talking one-on-one with an acquaintance. And intimate space is the space that you would talk to a close friend, or it's for embracing and, whatnot. Next slide. All right, so everybody has a personal bubble, and this represents the edge of their intimate space, basically. And so the size of it depends on like where you grew up. If you grew up in an urban area, then you're going to have a smaller bubble because you're used to people. But if you grew up in a rural area, you're going to have a larger bubble because you're not so comfortable being around people. And ethnicity also affects the bubble size, I'm going to call it. And for instance, like Asians and South Americans have a smaller bubble, while Americans and Europeans have a larger bubble. And, how many people have ever said to someone who's too close to you, hey man, you're in my bubble? Just raise your hand real quick. Yeah, everybody. So y'all know about the bubbles. Y'all right there with me. So. The intimate zone is breached for 2 reasons. Number 1, the intruder is a close friend or a relative, or the intruder is hostile. And I'm thinking that guy is hostile. So if the intruder is a stranger, then your body will automatically prepare for them as if they were going to be hostile towards you. for instance, if a random guy were to walk up off the street and just stand right in your face, your heart rate is going to increase, you're going to get adrenaline in your bloodstream, and you're going to be ready to either hit this guy in the face or run away. So it's a natural kind of thing that's part of it. So. Territory is another thing that goes along with proxemics. Everybody claims territory, and most of the territory that you claim is temporary. For instance, like your chair that you're sitting in right now, you're probably not going to defend that to your last breath. If once you get up from here, you're not going to just stay there the whole time, So, but some territory is permanent, like houses, cars, stuff like that. And whenever someone wants to claim a territory, like in a public space, what they'll do is they'll most likely, or most often, they will look for the largest space between two people, and then take the middle area to give themselves no space and give the other people no space. And all this happens like you don't even realize it, and you just do it anyway. So tables are a great example of this. People, whenever you sit down at a table with other people, everybody mentally divides the table into sections, and if you cross that part of the table, it makes people feel weird. Some like if you have like a bunch of papers on your desk and you're having like a group session at school, and like you put a bunch of your papers and stuff on someone else's part of the desk, even though it's not specifically marked as their section, they're gonna like either move the stuff back or ask you to move back, or they're gonna move back to give themselves more space. So marking territory, instead of using urine, people will actually mark territory with personal objects, such as folders, pens, etc. A study showed that a book at a library, a book will save a seat for about 77 minutes, and a jacket will actually save a seat for 2 hours. So it just goes to show that people know that people use stuff to mark their seat, and this happens all the time at youth group. Like, how many of you have ever heard, "My Bible was there, dude. Why did you take my seat?" Yeah, like a bunch of people. So, so next slide. God's business and stuff. What does it have to do with you? God may get in your space to make a point to you. Like if you're in sin and you need to get out of that, you need to fix that. He might get into your spiritual proxemics and get real with you and say, hey, you need to stop doing that, and don't get offended by this, because if it'll only make it worse. And be comfortable with the Holy Spirit and allow Him into your intimate spiritual space, and have an intimate relationship with Him. So, just a couple things. Something you can try at home. If the next time you eat with somebody at like a restaurant, what you can do is, you have to be really sneaky to do this, but like if they see you, if they figure you out, they're gonna think you're just really weird. But what you can do is you can take like the salt and like the menus and stuff, and you can just like whenever they're not looking, you just kind of move it over towards them, and like keep moving a bunch of stuff into their area, and they'll either A, they'll find you out and think, what are you doing that for? Or B, they'll not notice it, and then they'll like find a bunch of stuff in your space, and they'll like move it out of the way, and so something else. And if you're talking to somebody, like at school, in just like a normal conversation, and like you're in like the personal space area, what you can do is you can like take a step back like every once in a while, just so they don't notice it really, and they most likely what they're gonna do is they're gonna like follow you as you move backwards to stay within that personal space. So just I hope that was completely mind-blowing, because everybody knows about it, but you just don't know about it. So.